May 18th, 2022. I am just listening to World News Tonight. They're doing something about COVID, and the faces that seem to be put on the TV as if they're in charge of something. I didn't vote them in. I didn't say they could have a voice. They definitely have the wrong messenger system going on. And now, but they're all over the news in this CDC capacity. Now, I'm just curious, are they working from the public sector or the private sector? Because I've been withheld from both.
Headquarters in New York. This is...
I don't know what Congress passed this whatever is going on in this new war theater where I don't even see a future for myself and I had no past. And now there's children that I have here on the field and I don't know what the hell their life's going to look like. I don't really see places for them. It's frightening. And I think of my grandfather's day. I mean, the hospitals across North America, how many of them really were there? Was there this extensive of a hospital network? Was this really necessary? I mean, who invested and said, yeah, great, put sweeping hospitals everywhere, I mean, and then make the people pincushions, and so we can test things on them? I mean, this is disgusting. Who agreed to this? I know I didn't agree to it.
Is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night. Tonight, breaking news from the White House on the baby formula crisis and the major new COVID concerns. We have it all covered. New cases of COVID now rising to the highest point since mid-February in this country, and daily hospital admissions are now projected to rise in nearly every corner of the nation over the next 4 weeks. We'll show you the map here tonight, a picture of the spread. A third of Americans now live in...
Now, it's not talking about coronavirus. It's talking about COVID. And it's mostly up here.
In areas where they are raising the risk level to medium or high risk again. Areas there in yellow and orange. Orange, of course, the highest risk. The CDC again recommending wearing masks indoors. Tonight, New York City at the highest risk level. The mayor saying put on the masks indoors, but not requiring it yet. Tonight, 48 states now are projected to see hospitalizations rise in the coming weeks, and raising these risk levels means they're already seeing hospitals and healthcare systems under increasing pressure and a rising death toll. The White House tonight warning that without additional funding from Congress, not everyone will get new vaccines if a new surge strikes this fall as they expect. And tonight here, the CDC could soon give the green light for Pfizer booster shots for children 5 to 11 as soon as tomorrow. ABC's Whit Johnson leading us off tonight.
Tonight, COVID hospitalizations again on the rise, up more than 60% in the last month. And now a new projection shows nearly every state will see more Americans with COVID.
Now, this is so interesting because there's one state missing. Is that the control in the experiment? I'm just curious because usually in life sciences, what the humans taught me is that when you have an experiment, you have to have an area as a placebo or as a control where nothing is allowed to enter, like a sterile field. Just curious. Because it's just very peculiar that the Pacific Island or Hawaii area, there, whatever, and then the place you could drive to, Alaska, seems to be all right.
COVID going into hospitals in the next 2 weeks, and more patients will die.
In areas where community levels are high, everyone...
Why is this person in charge of this infection, whatever? I mean, How do you opt out of this level of mental disease and disease of burden? It's bad enough that they wouldn't allow me into public service, bad enough they wouldn't allow me into private service. This opens up a whole nother paradigm of problems, considering my blood type, and I did not agree to stay here and be subjected to one of their crazy biological experiments on unsuspecting public.
One should be using prevention measures and wearing a mask in public indoor settings.
137 counties nationwide now in the high-risk alert level, meaning there is increasing pressure on the health system. New York City also in that category, but for now officials are resisting a mask mandate, instead only recommending them indoors.
We are not allowing COVID to outsmart us. We're staying prepared.
So did he know about this years in advance and actually signed up with his level of whatever to take part in this? Like leading from behind while I'm stuck here in some quagmire, like quicksand, just like dragging me into something that, like, what is wrong with humans?
And not panicking.
And tonight, the White House sounding the alarm about the need for Congress to act on COVID funding.
We will find ourselves in the fall or winter.
And here's another one. Who's testing and having fun at genetic labs? Who hired these people? Who allowed this to go on? Where is the escape route from this level of disgusting, like, lack of biological ethics? Yeah. For taking part in it? Yeah.
With people getting infected and no treatments available for them because we will have run out.
It comes as the CDC is expected to recommend boosters for 5 to 11-year-olds as early as tomorrow.
I started looking online right away to see about scheduling a shot for her to have the booster as just an extra level.
And the mental disease of brainwashing that they're doing in the local areas is, like, beyond disturbing. I honestly feel like an alien from another planet watching humans take part and behave in this manner. They have done nothing in my life frame that, like, I mean, like, I see them going on vacations. I see them enjoying going to sporting events, shopping, all sorts of ridiculous ways to dispose of money and waste my time while I'm held at whatever. And yet I see it's just like, and then they partake in the craziness. How does one gain access to travel off this planet? To, like, wherever I was built in a galaxy far, far away from this. This star system is, like, the most disturbingly built.
Level of assurance.
Pfizer says its booster shot is safe, and an initial analysis found it increased antibodies against Omicron 36-fold.
A lot of parents are going to be asking.
And another one that doesn't really care about my safety, well-being, and has no biomedical ethics when it comes to, like, whatever. Because, again, it just wanted to get on TV and, like, in some position of importance in Stanford's children's health. So it could rule over in some, like, upper-looking class over the unsuspecting in, like, really filthy motives.
If I get my child this booster shot, Will my child need another shot this fall? And the simple answer is we just don't know, but it's important that we focus on the ways to protect everyone right now while we're seeing cases rise all over the country.
New child COVID infections are at their highest point since February, and hospital admissions are now climbing too, up 70% in the last month.
And Wade Johnson back with us.
I don't understand who lets this level of evil into their agenda and future plan. Like, you arrive to a planet, you have this little, like, bio whatever that moves and talks and whatever. It would be really nice to arrive to a planet that had, like, a concierge desk at, like, the most elegant hotel, who was dressed, prepared. They have bathing services, tailor services. They have food that's not going to poison you. And they just so happen to have the most perfectly built partner that you enjoy spending every waking moment with. That's what I expected. That's not where I arrived. What's transpired while I've been here is Dr. Kevorkian looks like an angel of death compared to, like, what the humans have put on. I mean, it is biomedical, ethical torture. I mean, they're sticking humans with biological products. They're getting them to participate. They're all in some kind of, like, medically induced coma between pushing drugs of the synthetic kind. I mean, it's like a whole world. And then they like to play, like, surgeon on one another. And, like, I mean, they admit to it. Like, got it. Okay, so that's one level of doctor. But then there's, like, the crazy guys. And it's just like, oh my God. It is frightening. I don't know why they would build the world this way. I don't know who would want to live in this level of distortion. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. What, baby dolly?